the beautiful boss was moving things. She accidentally dropped a potato on the ground, and this potato was about to completely change the fate of the man before her. He saw the potato fall, so he bent down and picked it up, and kindly reminded the lady that she dropped something. The beautiful boss saw that although he wore ragged clothes, he had a kind heart, so she felt pity for him, and let him help out in her restaurant's kitchen. But she didn't expect this decision would rewrite the man's destiny. She then brought him to the kitchen, and told him to start with some basic chores. But the senior apprentice looked annoyed and said they didn't need more help. The boss pleaded with him a bit, and the senior reluctantly agreed to give the man a try. Soon the boss came out with him in a new outfit. The senior apprentice saw how close they were, and was instantly filled with rage. He decided to put the man in his place, by asking him to slice some pork into shreds on the spot, and emphasized that each piece must be exactly 1 inch long and 3 millimeters wide. Only with this precision could the pork have the perfect texture after cooking. But before he could finish his sentence, the man had already started slicing. His co-workers looked on in shock. The pork slices were unbelievably neat. One apprentice took out a ruler to measure, and found the cuts were absolutely flawless. The senior apprentice's face changed instantly. He could tell at a glance that his own knife skills were nowhere near that level, but he was not willing to give up. In order to kick the man out and marry the boss himself, he came up with another challenge. He asked the man to beat an egg. Not only did the egg need to be evenly mixed, but also the chopsticks had to stand upright in the mixture. Only then would it be considered a pass. To everyone's surprise, he pulled it off again. The room erupted in shock. The senior apprentice was humiliated, and made another vicious move. He asked the man to coat some pork tenderloin in batter. The sauce couldn't drip even a single drop, or he'd be kicked out immediately. The man didn't even flinch. He gently lowered the meat into the batter, while his inner energy quietly flowed. The batter wrapped the meat like silk. Then he slammed the table suddenly. The meat strips flew into the air, and landed steadily in the plate. The entire process was clean and smooth. Not a single drop of batter on his hands. The crowd was stunned. They realized he might be using some kind of qigong. The senior apprentice completely lost it, accused the man of breaking the rules, and warned him not to steal the spotlight, or he'd break his legs. The man ignored him, and kept working quietly. Turns out, the man was once a 3-time champion of a top cooking competition, but a jealous apprentice poisoned him in secret, causing him to lose his memory. He ended up homeless, until he met the beautiful boss. Then the senior told him to serve a dish, but when he picked up the sweet and sour pork, he didn't deliver it right away. Instead, he paused and fell into deep thought. The senior apprentice got impatient and yelled at him, but the man pointed out that the sauce was too thick, and the flavor would be off balance. He even predicted that the chairman would be unhappy after eating it. The senior apprentice flew into a rage, accusing him of trying to rebel. But before he could do anything, the boss rushed into the kitchen, saying the chairman was already getting impatient. The senior apprentice quickly grabbed the dish and handed it to her. Soon the dish was served. The chairman eagerly picked up a piece and tasted it. The next second he spit it out. His face darkened instantly, because it tasted terrible. The chairman exploded in anger, and asked if this was pig food. The boss was terrified and quickly apologized, then ran back to the kitchen to ask for a redo. Everyone thought she was coming to praise them. The senior apprentice looked smug, but the boss said the dish was so bad